Hi there. Good news for StoneCo shareholders. This company keeps growing. And at the current level of only 5 billion market cap, you can have another double. And let me show you why I think this. First of all, if you look at the latest results, the fourth quarter results, and for the full year, you can see that the total payment volume has increased by 20% in the last quarter, Q4, and 21% year over year. So this is quite amazing. As long as the total volume grows, this company will make more money in the future. Moreover, as you probably know, they also have other segments, such as banking, software, and other financial services. And as you can see, their banking segment is doing quite well. Their clients' deposits have increased by 52% year over year to about 6.1 billion reais. And their client base for the small and medium businesses has increased by 47%. So this is great. And also the take rate has remained stable, about 2.4%. So this is good. Plus, if you look at their credit portfolio, it doubled quarter over quarter. So that's another plus for StoneCo. Now, if you look at the revenue, you can see that it has increased by 20% quarter over quarter. Also, their adjusted net income has increased. Better said, has almost tripled. So that's great. And now let's see segment by segment. As you can see, the client base is about 3.4 million clients. And it keeps growing. Quarter over quarter, an increase over 47%. And if you compare to the last quarter, it has increased from 3.2 million to 3.4 million. So this is great. They are growing their client base. And this is quite important. The more clients they have, the higher the volume gets, and they can charge more for transactions. Thus, they'll make more money, and the stock price goes up in the long term. Now, let's see more. You can also see the total payment volume. It has increased by 20%. So this volume, total payment volume, is based on their clients, their client base, which keeps growing, and so their total payment volume. And as you can see, based on this volume, they have a take rate. How much they charge for this volume? I mean their clients to make transactions. So it seems obvious. The total payment volume has increased by 20% quarter over quarter to about 98 billion reais, and the take rate is about 2.4%. So from this total payment volume, they charge 2.4% for transactions. Every time a customer makes a transaction, StoneCo gets 2.4% of that volume. So that's a great business. Now, of course, in the long term, everything depends on the total payment volume and the take rate. If this volume goes up and their take rate remains stable about 2%, then StoneCo will do quite great in the future. They'll be able to make more money, and your investment will go up in the long term. Now, you can also look at their key accounts, the total payment volume, but you may see a decline of 17% and their take rate to be lower, about 1.2%. But be aware that this total payment volume is about 15 billion reais. And for the small and medium businesses, the total volume is about 98 billion reais. So when you compare those volumes, 98 billion with 15 billion, this decline in their key accounts is not such a big problem compared to their total revenue, because most of their money comes from medium and small businesses, where the take rate is higher. So you might see a decline quarter over quarter from Q4 2022 to Q4 2023 of 17%. But if you look to the previous quarter, this total payment volume has increased a little from 14.4 billion to 15 billion. So this is good overall. And also because this represents a small amount compared to the total payment volume from medium and small businesses, where also the take rate is higher compared to their key accounts, where they charge 1.2%. So don't be scared about this decline. As long as they maintain this volume, it will be great for StoneCo. They also said that they want to win the medium and small businesses market to attract more customers. Because, as you've seen, their take rate is quite higher compared to their key accounts. So the strategy is quite good because they focus on that market where they can charge more. And that's great because they will make more money and your investment will go up. Now let's see the banking segment, because StoneCo, as you probably know, not only makes money from transactions, payments, but they also make money from banking. And as you can see, their clients' deposits has increased quite a lot, 52% quarter over quarter, and that's great. And their clients tripled to about 2 million users, and this is quite great because as long as they increase this amount from client deposits, they'll be able to lend more money to increase their credit portfolio and make some money from this segment, credit. And as you can see, their portfolio has doubled from previous quarter. So this is great. As long as they keep their expenses low and they succeed to make a profit, this will be another tailwind for their earnings and revenue. So this is good, the segment banking, combined with client deposits and the ability to offer credit to their users. So this will be another source of revenue for StoneCo in the future. Now, as you probably know, they also offer other financial services where the revenue has increased by 24% quarter over quarter, and this is great. And their software segment. As you probably know, StoneCo not only offer payment services and banking solutions to its clients, but also software solutions to different small and medium businesses. And they really need some software to run their business. So this is an advantage for StoneCo because they offer their software solution, and beside this, they can bundle those software solutions with their financial services, their credit solution for small and medium businesses, and payment solutions. So when they deliver that software, they can combine all those services, payments, banking, and credit, plus other financial services. So this is quite great because they can attract more clients. And that will be great in the long term. So StoneCo has quite a powerful platform as long as they offer great services and maintain their quality. Of course, the revenue, as you can see, has declined a little by 3.5% quarter over quarter and also from the previous quarter. Because, as they said, low revenue impacted by the enterprise segment. But be aware that most of the revenue comes from financial services, where they have 2.9 billion in the last quarter. Billion reais, of course. And the software represents only 360 million reais. So their software segment is more like to attract more customers, more users to their financial services, their payment solution and banking. Of course, if they can grow more in the future to gain more market share and attract more small and medium businesses to buy their software, that will be great. The revenue can increase even more. It may double from the current level. Now, what's important is how much can StoneCo grow in the future? I mean, what's the upside? Because now the market cap is 5 billion. And if you want to invest in this company right now, you have to know how much money you can make. Will the stock price rebound back to $40 or back to $90? Well, let's find out together. As you probably know, if you read their presentation or their reports, you can see that they provided some guidance for the next year, for this year 2024 till 2027. So this is quite amazing. And as you can see, the total payment volume is expected to grow from 350 billion to over 600 billion. So compound annual growth rate of 13%. Be aware of this number. Their clients' deposits are expected to grow, to increase from 6 billion to over 14 billion. Again, a compound annual growth rate over 26%. This is quite amazing. The credit portfolio is expected to increase from 0.3 billion to 5.5 billion, so 90% compound annual growth rate. This is amazing. The take rate, this is quite a surprise, is expected to increase from 2.4% to 2.7%. I don't know if they can achieve this, but if they do, then the stock price will be quite cheap at the current level. This may happen. And the most important is their net income, the adjusted net income, which is expected to increase from 1.6 billion reais from 2023 to 4.3 billion, more than 4.3 billion by 2027. So compound annual growth rate over 30%. Now to value this business, you have to exchange this number, 4.3 billion reais, to US dollars, because the market cap is in US dollars. So they expect 4.3 billion by 2027. This means in dollars over 800 million. That means that the market cap from the current level of 5 billion can go to 8 billion, plus if StoneCo grows more in the future, the growth rate be over 10% or around that level, then the market cap can go to 16 billion, around 15 billion. So the upside may be quite huge. You can have another double from the current level. So the stock price may go to $30 per share if they deliver this amazing growth rate, those numbers. If you can rely on this guidance, then you can take advantage at the current level and invest in this company if you like their business model. Now, as you probably know, I've also done more videos in the past about StoneCo. And 1 year ago, as you can see, the fair value of StoneCo stock, I said that the market cap can go to 6 billion. That was the reward. And the risk was that the market cap may decline to 2 billion. And back then, the market cap was about 3 billion. So, as you can see now, the market cap is about 5 billion, and you almost have a double from my video last year, 1 year ago. So, when I said that StoneCo was a great buy, it was in the past, 1 year ago. But now that this business has rebounded, it's about 5 billion, you also have to be aware of the risk. Because now you may have another double, as I said, to 15 billion. The stock price can go to $40 per share. But also the risk can be higher. Because if they don't deliver those numbers, due to high competition, lower take rates, then the value may be even lower. And the stock price may stay around this level, $16, or it may go up a little. So you have to be aware that if you want to invest in this company right now, you can double your money by 2027 quite easily. But you also have to be aware of the risk due to competition. So now the risk is higher than it was in the past, 1 year ago, when I made this video and I said that the market cap may double. And that happened. Because the risk was quite low. The market cap could have declined to 2 billion. But if you look at their market cap, back then was about 3 billion. So the risk wasn't that high compared to the reward. And now you have to be very careful if you want to invest in this business, because your risk is higher. That's why you have to know when to buy and when to sell. If you know that, then you can make a lot of money. That's why if you need more help with analyzing businesses, you can join my research platform, where I analyze different companies around the world and I choose the great ones that have a margin of safety and where the risk is low, so that you can more than double your money. So if you need help, you can join me. Send me an email or see the video description. And if you have other questions about this company, StoneCo, or if you want me to analyze something new, then let me know in the comments.